Hello everyone, welcome to number 27 and to a happy and joyous day. And that is because finally, number 27, my 964, is pretty much close to perfection. It's close to what I've always wanted to get it to be and to do. So very slowly, it's kind of morphed into a track car, and now it is almost a proper track car. So the suspension is right, it feels good. The gearbox conversion to C2, finally that seems to be sorted. I've put on the C2 rear drive shafts. Quite an interesting story, I won't go too far into it, but essentially on a C4 rear end with the PDAS locking diff, it's slightly offset, so you have to use Jubilee C4 diff flangers to put on C2 drive shafts, the thicker drive shafts. There was lots of problems with that, including the fact that the breakers originally sent me the wrong drive shafts, which caused lots of delays and problems. The suspension was not that great on the road and not that great on track, so finally I bit the bullet, sent it back to Intrax, and the guys did a great job for me there, and they have completely revalved the shocks and resprung them. It's now 50, the springs are 50s at the front and 90s at the back. And she feels good, she feels right for track work, finally. I'm really delighted. I'm going to put on a couple of bits from the track stuff that I did today, and you can see for yourselves how pleased I was with it. So we're in Brighton at the moment, not Brighton, Blyton. A track I haven't done before. This is where that conversion from C4, all the pain that I went through, all the problems with the drive shafts, all the time it took, this is where it's really coming into its own. It's so much more fun to drive on track as a C2 than a C4. You can sort of steer it a little bit on the throttle, the back comes out, but it's quite controllable. Oh, it's so much fun. I'm loving it. Yes, finally. Oh, I had so many problems with the 964, but finally it's all coming together. So to me it feels as if that diff is working properly. If you just saw there was a little squiggle coming onto the straight. I don't have many reference points, to be honest, but I think it's alright, which is quite good. And I don't know if you can see there, but there's the little light, which is the diff light. It seems to be coming on all the right times. And I have to say, it's just a lot of fun. This little tight track is great as well, because you don't have to be going too quick to get the back end to lose traction. So it's just ideal for sort of a shakedown like I'm doing today. Having sorted the suspension out has made a huge difference. So I'm now running 50 and 90 springs front and back, which is very similar to Club Sport. And the car feels so much more controllable. Before it was just all over the place. Now it doesn't dive too much under braking. On a track like Blyton, it is just fantastic fun. It's got the right amount of power. Everything's great, whereas somewhere like Silverstone you feel a little bit like outclassed. Here in Blyton it's just great. aside from that, something else totally unexpected. While the guys at RSR did some work to this, Dave Bar-Sanders, thanks chap, and so they were the ones who sent the shocks off to be resprung and revalved. There were other bits and bobs that they had to do. Whilst there, obviously, I said do an oil change. He did an oil change and he found a circlip on the sump plug, which is just terrible. The only place it could come from was the timing chains. Now, Dave was going on to do his other job, which is diving on a North Sea oil rig, believe it or not. And so I didn't leave the car with him. I took it to Matt Parr at Classic Carreras. I'll put the links to these, by the way, in the descriptions of the video. Matt did a great job. It was a job I didn't want to do, but it was a job that needed doing. So he took the engine apart, got to the cam chains, and saw that on the, I think the right-hand side cam chain, both the circlips on that joining link had gone. Now, luckily the top plate was still there, so the cam chain was still in one piece. But both circlips had gone, and that's something that I don't know, no one else has heard of happening. He's now put those back with the double circlip, which should be a lot stronger. So touch wood, the car is running brilliantly today. Other things that have been done is these were always dummy air intakes for the brakes. They have now been put through. Dave again at RSR did that for me. I gave him all the stuff and they're now working. I had some juddering from the brakes. I was using standard pads and they were depositing material and I was getting high-speed juddering when braking. That seems to have sorted it, along with the fact that Matt Parr at Classic Carreras, he changed the brake pads as well. He put on some Pagid competition pads. They're not RS29s, they're not yellows. I think they're blues, maybe, I don't know what they're called, but so far they seem to be holding out. Anyhow, after loads of problems, loads of money spent, the car is going really, really well, and I just couldn't be happier. And honestly, with a C2 as opposed to C4, I am enjoying it on track so much more. If you ever do track days, I would do it I would do it any day, do the conversion. If you're a really keen driver on the road, I would still do the conversion. The car feels different. It feels more lithe. It's more pure. It's more responsive engine-wise as well, because you haven't got that heavy and sort of, you know, that C4 system that also sucks up power. So all in all, I am absolutely delighted. Obviously, if you drive a lot in the rain or snow or anything like that, the C4 is fantastic. But honestly, otherwise, it feels like this is the car that it was always supposed to be. And I couldn't be any more happy. I am absolutely delighted. I'm not sure if it's coming through. So what a joyous occasion. Oh my God. So what a joyous occasion. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys for the next one. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please follow me on Instagram and on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. And thank you very much for watching.